here at West Island School we've got a BTEC in engineering, and it's a level 3. We also offer level 2 lower down the school. The level 3 actually consists of 3 different options and 3 different pathways. So there's a subsidiary level which requires 6 different units. Then there's a diploma level which is 12 units, and then there's an extended level which is 18 different units. I would say is for any students that's enjoyed dirtying their hands in the workshop, enjoyed problem solving, enjoyed making, enjoyed creating. We tend to design things to solve problems and that are manufacturable and can be made. And they hopefully have the opportunity to change the world for the better rather than worse. So the course involves covering different units and trying to relate those units to industry and what happens in the real world. So it's taking educational theory and putting it into industrial reality. So for instance, some of our contacts, when we're learning about manufacturing on a commercial level, whether it be injection molding or CNC machining, we'll actually visit factories and look at real life projects and get to see it being done in reality rather than just from a textbook. Hopefully we get to kind of do little practice projects with all these amazing facilities that we have at school as well to make it relevant to the theory that we have to cover. So obviously in engineering it's a little taster from many different engineering disciplines, but it can lead on to mechanical engineering, it can lead on to electrical engineering, aerospace, automotive. There's new engineering fields coming out all the time as well, so sustainable energy production, which wasn't around a few years ago, is a future industry. Everything from space mining and astrological engineering, so it's a basis for many different pathways, or you could just go straight into the world of work, and that's an option as well as further education.
Everything. I think post-16 at West Island is very independent and you have your own way of learning. Since teachers won't try to come and tell you to do work, you have to manage it yourself. I find it quite liberating and I'm able to focus and concentrate on my own work.
More of a freedom to how we learn. There's more time to work on things we feel are more important, and free periods to prioritize work we think is important instead of having a set timetable to what we have to do.
I would say the best thing about post-16 in West Island is it's more relaxed classes, as well as being able to wear casual. And there's just generally a more positive feeling being one of the older students in school.
Taking responsibility at school because I'm put in charge of my own work, and so it gives you a good preparation for the future, and you get to help teachers with younger students like here in the workshop, and it's just great being a good role model for all the younger students.
The main course I'm taking is Extended Diploma Engineering, and I quite like engineering and I'm looking to do it in the future, so it sets me up better for my future and gives me more of an insight as to what industry is like.
I think my course is very relatable to what I want to do in the future. I would like to study mechanical engineering or automotive engineering, which makes the West Island School, the Engineering Extended Diploma, very relatable because when I want to apply, I will be able to say, oh yes, I've done engineering, maths and physics, which is mainly important to me, and I wouldn't have to have spent time on other subjects that maybe wouldn't be so relatable and useful for my academic achievement.
Spending all day in the workshop is really great, and it's better than just looking at a laptop screen for 7 hours a day.
I'm doing the extended engineering course, and I know that in the future I want to study engineering at university. And so by doing this course I can do subjects that I enjoy doing, which are physics, maths and engineering, and not have to worry about some of the other subjects which I don't enjoy so much.
I think engineering suits me really well. I'm very hands-on. I learn better by doing and applying all of my knowledge I've learnt on the course, on the paperwork, and I find applying it into making all of these really awesome projects is helping me so much.
Because it's something that I'm really interested in, and I love working with tools. I love anything that's like hands-on experience, like welding and angle grinding and working with lathes, and it's all kind of what I want to do in the future.
It allows me to get into the same universities that I want to get in with the IB diploma, but with the engineering course instead. So that allows me to do subjects that I enjoy.
Well, I've always liked maths and physics and engineering, and I've always been interested by cars and things that move, so in order for university, it makes it a better choice.
It's always fascinated me, and I honestly think it's the best subject I do, personally. I think focusing a lot of my course on engineering is the right decision, and I highly recommend it.
I chose it because I felt that I really had an interest in engineering. I also do karting, so I really do enjoy knowing how to put things together and understanding how things work. So I really wanted to become an engineer since I was very small. So I decided to take the engineering diploma because I knew that I wanted to do this in the future. So doing the engineering diploma and having that to send to universities would be much more competitive for me, and it'd be much more enjoyable than taking IBDP, because if I took IBDP, I would have to do subjects that I may not be so interested in.
Make sure you're motivated to work on it and you enjoy it, and you're happy to put the work in, because it's a lot of work.
It's good to keep your options open and to be broad in your selections, but also choose subjects which you know you'll enjoy studying for the next 2 years and would hope to study in university later on.
Check with universities. Definitely get in contact with universities you want to go to. See if they accept the course, and if so, what other subjects they want with the course, because that's a very important step.
I think you should really contact universities and see what they would accept first, because obviously you have to know what universities would want from you, because certain diplomas may not be so applicable to maybe some unis that you want to go to. So you have to make sure that, but most importantly, I think you really need to enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, if you don't really enjoy the subject you're doing, you might not do so well because you have no motivation to do it.
Well, I mean, no uniform is brilliant. That's a bonus.
I think pre-16, everything is quite set out for you what you need to do. Like, teachers will give you all the stuff you need to do. So they'll give you your homework, and they'll give you all the notes you need to revise, and it's very clear-cut what you need to do. But in post-16, everything is very much more individual. You have to do what you need to do for work. Your teachers will say, oh, go home and revise this. They won't give you any materials, but you need to do it your own. I find this very good because this is how life is. I like that I am learning how to be more independent and more responsible for my own studies.
Aside from the casual clothing, I'd say how everyone treats you, because in pre-16 you get treated very much as a child almost, and now you get treated as nearly an adult, and so there's a lot more responsibility put into your hands, and you're left to your own devices a lot because teachers just trust you.
I would say the biggest difference is being able to wear casual, but also having more study periods and more relaxed, smaller classes where you could really engage more.
Do mechanical engineering or aerospace engineering, and it's engineering. Get an insight as to all the introduction of like first-year university things, all the maths, all the physics understanding. So it gives you a general understanding of the course.
Well, I want to do engineering in the future, and so the engineering pathway is perfect for this, as I can study what I want and what I enjoy now, and it will benefit me in the future.
I want to be a pilot or an aircraft mechanic, and so this pathway definitely helps because I'm getting to know a bunch of tools, a bunch of machines, ways of welding, ways of working with different materials, and so it's really good knowledge to have for any mechanical kind of job in the future.
Well, obviously I've said I wanted to become an automotive or mechanical engineer. I really want to land a job in Formula One or some sort of car manufacturer to design their cars. So I feel like getting engineering under my belt and showing that I have done engineering in West Island School would be a great boost for me, because I feel that having that engineering would show the teams or manufacturer that I have also just had experience doing engineering, and that this would help a lot in my future career.
I think this pathway, engineering in particular, is helping me build on my practical skills, and it's something that's an exceptional skill to have in the future, with many different pathways and careers. I think having this hands-on and very constructive mindset that you gain from engineering can be applied not just specifically in engineering, but a wide range of different careers.